When people choose ideology over reality, the country is headed over a cliff. I'm not going to tell you that it's the first time that it's ever happened that people stick with their ideology over reality. That has been occurring throughout history. However, as rational human beings, being able to detect reality and just take it out of the big ball of ideology that most people are immersed in and look at it as a separate entity is absolutely necessary in terms of making correct decisions. So many times our egos get tied up in an investment, whether it be stock, a house, a relationship, and we are unable to dissociate reality and what's likely going to occur down the road from our ego and aka our ideology. Now let's take, for example, yesterday's debate, Kamala Harris versus Mike Pence. Pence, by all rational accounts, destroyed Kamala Harris. She was fake, she was a phony, she lied through her teeth, she refused to answer repeated questions about the Supreme Court, she lied about tax cuts, and then people tried to say that Pence was mansplaining to her. First of all, Pence did no such thing. If you enter into a debate stage, you have to expect people to be able to disagree with you. And then on one hand, we want to be able to say that Pence mansplained, but on the other hand, Kamala is a strong woman who should be representing our country. My point that I pointed out to other people is, what do you think that she's going to do when she's going to be up against Putin at the negotiating table? She is going to take the same energy except at a tenfold increase and wilt under the pressure. She's done so in debates repeatedly. She did so when Tulsi Gabbard, and she sat there just shaking her head, unable to respond. When Pence brought up excellent points and caught her in a lie, she did the same thing. And this is what's going to happen. I don't know that many people out there that truly believe that Joe Biden is going to be able to finish his 4-year term in office. Kamala Harris is really on the front of the ticket. And to vote for Biden is essentially a vote for Kamala Harris, to be representing the United States on the world stage, and to have seen her debate and to think that somehow she's going to get better when she's up against opponents that are actually malevolent, that actually only want their self-interest to be put at the forefront. Do you not think that she's going to wilt? She will. That's exactly what's going to happen. What we are going to see is the destruction of the United States if the Democrats win this presidency. It might not fall all apart. Joe Biden might not sign off on every ideological, progressive BS request, but Kamala, in all likelihood, will. We are going to see the erosion of our country. And for those of you that think that Kamala Harris won the debate or that it was close to a tie, the analogy that I give is the basketball one. It's like seeing a high school team play against the Los Angeles Lakers. And the score, if you look at it rationally, was about 250-13. And you say, yeah, you know, Pence scored some points, the Lakers scored some points, but Kamala scored some points too. Okay, the score was 250-13. It was, to put it plainly, a blowout. It wasn't even close. Yet people continually choose to see their ideology over the reality of what took place. If you show anybody who's neutral, truly neutral, they will be able to tell you that Pence destroyed Kamala, that Kamala came off as very, very, very insincere, phony, fake, and not a good debater. And this has been, time and time again, her representation in the debates as such. It's sad for me to think that, once again, that people think that it was even close to a tie. It, to me, is laughable. It's a joke. And people say, well, I know who I prefer. Yeah, okay, fine. You can prefer the ideology of your team, but you have to be able to pull out the reality from that ideology and not allow that to affect your judgment of what took place. I can tell you, I'm not a huge Donald Trump fan. However, I will be voting for him for the reasons that I mentioned, for the fact that I believe that the Democrats are a poison to our society and will reintroduce critical race theory, that we are going to become more racially divided, that the racists on the right-hand side of the aisle, which do exist, are going to be amplified, and they are being given so much ammunition. Just the other night in Wisconsin, they went around and threw rocks and bricks through random people's homes. How do you think that makes people feel? This is the dissolution of society when we can't even stay safe in our own homes. And at the same time that people are doing that, the Democrats are calling to abolish or defund the police. These people are absolutely insane, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work when you have a high school team go up against the Los Angeles Lakers, and to think, because in all your heart of hearts, you want to believe that the high school team competed adequately. They didn't. Kamala got crushed. Deal with the facts at hand, and please try to separate reality from ego, from ideology. I know that we all, and me included, have moments where it's really hard to separate the two, but please, let's try to be at least somewhat rational in our evaluation of what took place. If you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you like this video, share it with some friends to help this channel grow. Peace out. Have a fantastic, fantastic day.